So it's not quite my birthday, and you guys have to excuse my appearance because, as you know, I like to just come on and just share my thoughts when I feel like sharing and not do the whole dolled up thing. So it's like 12, almost 12 a.m., the night before my birthday. And as you know, we're in quarantine status. Shelter in place has been extended until June 13th, I believe, at least for the New York City region. Um, and it's gonna be my birthday, right? Um, First of all, I have to say that I'm very grateful with everything that's going on. God has kept me. He's faithful. Um, the end. Period. He's faithful, and I know that my perspective may be different than others based on what they are experiencing. I have not, I was already not working by choice. Um, and I am not, you know, thinking about working or wondering if I have to go to work or what's going to happen with my kids you know, um, if things were to change even in September. Um, I'm home, and it is harder to do my schooling with them here, but I'm a hands-on mother anyway. So, and I would have I had two choices for professions, and it was teacher or therapist. So I am not feeling like I'm not having like a super fun time homeschooling because I don't like necessarily the way that the teachers are doing things. I'm not against the teachers. I just like if I have to do it, I have a way that I would do it. That's what I'm saying, and the way they're doing it is drastically different than what I would want to do. But so with all of that said, my perspective, I can respect if someone else has a different perspective and they're saying, I don't feel like God has been faithful, or I'm not grateful, or whatever. I get it, and I'm not trying to make anyone feel like they should feel anything. I'm not in your shoes. I'm just speaking for me and just saying that I'm grateful, um, even through everything that's going on. Um, there are a lot of opportunities in this quarantine season, um, for rest if you can, depending on who you are, your circumstances. Rest, time to reinvent yourself, time to reevaluate where you want to be, where you're going. Um, who you want to be in terms of if you've been hiding or if you have gifts that you've been afraid to try to develop or utilize. Like, I feel like this is the time to take a step back and just really dig into some of those things and do the work of, you know, trying to make your way back. If you thought you would be on the East Coast and now you're on the West Coast, and I don't mean actual places, I mean in your mind or in your life. If you thought you would be on one path and you ended up on another path and you don't want to be on that path, figuring out how you can make your way back little by little. Um, if you've learned anything and you need to make a course correction, um, I mean, so many opportunities. You can learn things. You can, and I want to say this, the opportunities are specific unto each person. I cannot tell you, and I have a big problem with people telling other people what they should be doing during this time of quarantine. If you're motivated to learn something, then that is what you should be doing. Don't worry about if other people are not learning something or not motivated to learn something. Let them, that their journey is their journey. If other people are motivated to rest because they've been working 80 hours, or get this, for some people the amount of time that they've been working to you would not be a big deal, but for them it's too much, right? So we don't keep it specific to yourself as to what you feel like you should be doing. So again, with the opportunities, right? If it's about getting closer to the Lord, if it's about reaching out to people and restoring or nurturing relationships, if it's about learning, if it's about building your business, if it's about, you know what, your relationships at home, if you're married, what's up with you and your husband? How y'all doing? Your kids, paying attention to them, giving them what they need. Hello, like everyone's what we need to do in our lives is going to be different. And I just always get annoyed when people are telling other people what they should be doing. And we all have different lives. So whatever your opportunity is, I encourage you to recognize it, grab a hold of it, and take advantage of it. Because one thing I do know, mankind is not designed to live in quarantine. We are not designed to live with masks and sterilize everything. Like that is not how we have existed. From God created us in the Garden of Eden. That is not how it happened. And so at some point, these measures will give way to something else. I don't know what the something else is, okay? And I'm not really, my point is not to talk about the something else. But what I'm saying is, after the quarantine and you're back to working, back to whatever, because that void of time or space that we have now will be filled again. Have you used the quarantine, the time that has been allotted to you, for whatever it is? Whatever it is. You know, some of us do so much for other people that this may be the time to do nothing. I know there's some people that culturally and your personality can't grasp that. But there are some people that live on E. Their tank is always empty and they are always, they're on 100, but their tank is on E. And now you have to sit down. How about that? And it's right on time because you's about to get knocked on your back. Yep. So, that's my little birthday speech during this quarantine time. I remain grateful. As I look at my life, it's so cliche, but as I look over my life, all the little things, if there was a list that summarizes who I am, everything came from Jesus. Everything is the grace of God. My parents, my family, what didn't happen to me that could have happened to me. Like, just when I tell you, I feel like my life is like God just covering me, guiding me, protecting me, and not because of who I am. at all, and I'm grateful. Um, yeah. So, as I sit in my gratefulness, sorry, I'm moving the phone. As I sit in my gratefulness, I encourage you to walk in the attitude of gratitude and take advantage of this opportunity. Do not allow it to, and there's been death in my family, death with friends. I get it. Am I coming from this place of nothing bad has happened? That's not true. Um, not in the least. So be encouraged. This is 10 minutes, 11 minutes long. So if you watch it, thank you. And I hope that it blesses you. Be encouraged, ladies. Bye.